Today on iPhone 70, Intenso for the Vertuo line. Let's get started. Hello and welcome back. I'm your host, Sterling Miller. If it's your first time here, we are an espresso-centric channel. We deal with the original line and the Vertuo line of Nespresso. If that interests you, you have found the right channel. For my returning Podhead family, any and all announcements will be at the end. But without further ado, today's star attraction, Intenso. I am not going to pretend by anyone's imagination that this is the first time I'm tasting this, but it is one of my favorite coffees they make. Okay, let's take a look at what they have to say. The aromatic profile, an immediate flow and high temperature ensure the intensity and body of this coffee. The only other thing they say is that it has brown sugar and strongly toasted notes, which bring a singular signature to this dark roasted coffee. It's made of Guatemalan Robusta and Central and South American Arabicas. It is a full mug, so we got 7.77 ounces and intensity 9. All right, so let's take a look at the pods. Just that classic brown look. Nice little pod there. So just classic brown all the way around. And then on the bottom, it is labeled Intenso. Brown sugar and strong toasted notes. Intenso. Let's go brew a cup. Round one, let's get this guy going. All right, it's done. The Intenso always smells so good when it's brewing. We use the fancy Nespresso cups that are supposed to produce more crema. I don't know. Maybe? It seemed like more when it was done, but then in between setting up for shots here, it seemed like it has like the normal amount. Judging from the darkness, intensity 9, yeah. 9, a high 9, I would say. Oh, always has just that good, it's like a roasted note to me. It's like a roasted, maybe a slight bit. They mentioned brown sugar. I don't know if I think it's brown sugar, but a nice toasted smell. So let's go give this a taste. I don't know, it's not coming off the spoon. I don't know, maybe it is a little thicker. I don't know if it's supposed to be thicker or just more of it, but it seems thicker than normal. Round one, let's give it a taste. So they mention brown sugar and toasted notes. For me, the toasted notes come out. It's almost a little bit of a bitter, I want to say almost like a bitter toasted note. It's very, very good. I don't know that I taste the brown sugar. That would be the part that I would say not so much. Not too bad on the acid. The acid level I would guess would be around probably a 2, and the bitter would be up somewhere around 3 moving into 4. It's got a good amount of bite, but there's a lot of body there and it's a lot of texture, and the coffee is really, really good. It is my normal everyday drinking coffee. It's the one I have in the morning to get me going. So it's not new to my palate, but it is fun to drink it like this and then try to dissect what you're actually tasting while you drink it. A lot of the time I blend milk or cream with it along with a little bit of sugar, and that obviously changes the flavor profile. I'll admit it's been a while since I drank just a straight black cup of coffee of Intenso. Yeah, this is just one of my favorites. I think it's really what drew me to Nespresso. It was just a rich, well balanced, good body, good flavored cup of coffee. If you want a stronger cup of coffee, if someone's brand new to Nespresso, they're coming from like, let's say a Keurig or something like that, this may not be the cup you want to go with. This is going to hit like a ton of bricks. It's got a lot of flavor and a lot of people are not used to that. But if somebody does, they like espressos, they like that bitter, they like that body, this is going to be a great cup of coffee for them. Yeah, good cup of coffee. Even though this is one that I drink universally hot, I'm actually going to go a different direction. I can hear some people going, yay, iced coffee. Yes, that's where I'm going with it. But I'm going to go a substantially different direction than I normally go, just because they mentioned the toasted notes and the brown sugar. It's not something that I really thought about, but since it does have that somewhat of that palate, I think I'm going to accentuate it a little bit and head a different direction. So yeah, let's go round two. Let's go brew another cup. Okay, so we're going to do something totally different. I'm actually going to brew the pod into my carafe just to start kind of letting it cool off. Also, so I can add in 2 tablespoons of brown sugar. I'm going to put them right in here. And then I'm going to use, I don't know, whatever brand you have available. I'm going to use Briar Rabbit. I'm going to use a half a tablespoon, excuse me. While that's going, I'm going to get the milk going. Now we're just trying to get that texture. So we're just going to put this on cold frothing, let that go. That's 4 ounces of milk. I'm going to give it a good stir in here, not only to take the heat off, but to make sure that the brown sugar and molasses really gets combined and blended in there. Oh man, I hope I have space for the... I hope I have space for my milk. Oh, that's where I'm quitting. Oh no, I got the wrong cup. It looks gorgeous though. I may have to transfer this to another cup before we do this. So let's go give it a taste. Let's give this guy a taste. So that didn't quite give me exactly what I was looking for. I dumped a little more ice into it because it did take my ice down a lot. I probably should have brewed the coffee into the ice and let it kind of melt it there and then maybe transferred it. I don't know how, I should have mixed that up a little bit, but I think it needs just a little bit more of, I was kind of tempted to put a little bit of caramel in with it when I was doing it with the milk, and I didn't. Let me give it just 1 pump of caramel. Oh yeah. Yeah, now the molasses, that almost like an aftertaste of brown sugar is coming through, and that initial sweetness, and that's 1 pump of caramel in there, and it brings that sweetness to the front. It was reasonably sweet already with the brown sugar and the molasses. This kind of brought it really forward. That caramel is that initial sweetness, then you have that little bit of that brown sugary molasses aftertaste, and then still some of that bite from the coffee. That would be good. I think I might put it together a little bit differently next time, but the drink itself, it's a little bit of a heavier iced drink, so not light and fruity and springy and summery and that kind of thing. It's a little bit of a heavier drink, but it's very good. So I think that might be a winner for you for an iced coffee. So let's take a look at what they're doing here. Intenso There we go. $11 a sleeve, or basically $1.10 a pod. When we're looking at what the coffee is initially made for and how they recommend it, it's made as a coffee. I know this is good. I drink it every morning. This is an outstanding cup of coffee. It's good if you put it with milk. A little bit of milk, like 2-3 ounces of milk, and 2 squirts of sugar, and the coffee, delicious. This as an iced drink, I'll be perfectly honest, I never read their description of what it actually was supposed to taste like. I just always enjoyed it. When I saw the brown sugar, I thought, let's accentuate that. Let's bring in a little more molasses, which is kind of the brown sugar. Let's bring in the brown sugar to bring in the sweetness. And then that caramel just right, that I added right at the end. Just, it really, really came together. So this would be a pretty good iced drink. Not one of the most exceptional ones. That would go back to the coconut. But a great contender. Intenso, it gets 4 out of 5 pods. Really good coffee. That'll bring us to a close of this week's video. I thank you so much for your time. For my returning Podhead family, some of you may have caught the hidden message in last week's video. With the addition of some people visiting, I'm actually going to update that. Our next live stream is going to be July 25th at 2 p.m. Arizona time. I hope to see all of you there at that time. If you notice, the next machine is still missing. Their website is wiped out of machines. They don't have them to ship. They can't even replace it. I think we might be looking at a refresh. So we might take a look at the new machine once it comes in. If you've made it this far into the video, make sure that you like, subscribe, hit the bell notification so you're alerted anytime we drop a new video. To my wonderful patrons, you guys, you rock. Thank you so much. I say it every week and I'll always say it. Thank you, thank you. Your support, your direct support of the channel is awesome, and it makes a ton of what we do here possible, and thank you. Thank you. If you would like to join us over at patreon.com/IPON70. You can support the channel for as little as $1 a month. That also gains you access to our website, which is NespressoReview.com. There's a patron section there with a list of all the reviews that we've done, how best to prepare the coffees and such. Until next week, with potentially a special guest, have a great rest of your day.